So what I'm doing in this video is just me revisiting a Roblox game, and the game I'm revisiting is the original camping game. Okay, so before we deep down on this, if you know what this game is about or don't want spoilers, then skip to the part where I stop talking. But if you don't know or want spoilers, then continue listening to me. So basically, camping is a story game where you camp in a place called Specky Woods, and you are to supposedly have fun, explore the place, tell so-called scary stories that aren't actually scary and are controversial in some way, have a picnic, and that's it. Camping is a game made by Samson16 and is created back on September 3rd, 2018. The game passes are the medkit, flashlight, s'mores, umbrella, and lucky coin. This game is one of the first of many games that started the horror story trend. Like, there were several other people that made similar games like Break-In, High School Field Trip, Tiki Island, The Bunker, Area 51, Hotel Stories, Airplanes 1, 2, 3, and 4, Overnight, Cabin, The Island, Summer Camp, and others. The other games I mentioned earlier were the games I played during 2019 and 2020. These games were inspired by camping, however all of them have some sort of different formats. The original owner of the camping game made other similar games like Camping 2, Hotel, and Mansion. Now, I'm not going to be revisiting the other story games because that will be too much work. So I'm only revisiting the first game that started the story game trend. So here's how the storyline goes for this game. So first you jump into the bus filling in 12 people. After a while of waiting for the camping destination, you get out and you are teleported to the main base of the camp. With 2 tents, a fire area, a few benches, a picnic basket, and a shed. On the first day you explore around for some resources that can help you progress throughout the game. Or you can have fun or do nothing, whatever. Like, you would start innocently and gradually become worse and worse as time passes, like every other game. So anyways, moving along. Then, the first night approaches as you are teleported back to the main base of the camp. Then you have the chance to sneak around the campfire, tell some sort of boring stories I don't care about, or just get in the tent and other stuff. Then after a while of doing the thing, some weird, not so scary monster with an ugly face and black skin appears and scares everyone else, but not me. After that, you have to run to the cave. If you hide in any of the 2 tents or you don't move, you die. Then afterwards, it starts raining. Note the fact that the rain in this game is toxic, so if you expose yourself to the rain, you gradually lose health. And if you stay in the rain for too long, you die. After a while of raining, the rain stops, and then starts the second day. On the second day, 2 park rangers arrive at the camping area, but only to talk to the people about the bear traps and how the camping place is not safe. After a while, you have noticed that the red tent is in shambles, and you know you can't fit everyone in one tent, so you are forced to get in the cave. So then on the second night, you get in the cave and wait for a while. But later realizing you forgot the picnic basket, so one person or a team has to work to get to the picnic basket and run back to the cave while it rains acid. Once the picnic basket is in the cave, everyone can enjoy their supposed meal of sandwich. Then once everyone's finished, even if you don't eat the sandwich at all, one person's sandwich is poisoned and they die out, unless you give them a medkit. Then after a while, the cave closes in and you have to work your way out by pushing the loose area in the back of the cave, and you are later greeted with 2 slides. One of them is safe and one of them is instant death. In every server, the left and right choices are randomized, so it will be hard to work your way into safety, unless you have the lucky coin. After a while, well, here's the thing. Every server is randomized in size of doors, so this means if the door is large, then it will lead you to the obby to get to the higher ground to escape the deadly flood. If the door is smaller, then you have to go through a maze filled with bears. If the bears attack you, you lose health and die. Once you have completed either one of them, the third day begins. On the third day, it becomes ruckus and there's nothing left to do but wait until the third night. In the third night, this only applies to a server more of 2 people. One person is kidnapped and you have to save them before they die out in the acid rain when it's too late. If you're on the server of just yourself, nothing happens for a while, then the rain starts, and you are locked in your tent for a while, until the rain finally stops. and then you are free. However, a weird fog or mirage starts filling up the ground. That thing is also deadly, and you have to climb up to the tower to get to safety. Now, there are two endings to this. The bad ending, in which you are the person that put rat poisoning in the sandwich from earlier and you die. Or the monster tries to get you, and the day strikes before the monster could even get to you, and reveals the truth about his activity, where he mentions himself going insane about trying to protect people from Zach Nolan, who's the actual killer that killed the family earlier. The monster says he was trying to, quote unquote, help people stay safe. He also mentioned that he didn't mean to kill anyone. Then the truth is revealed when one's backpack is opened and it reveals the rat poison from earlier. However, nobody believes the monster, so either the monster or the person that has the rat poison or someone else is murdered in the end. And then the story ends as it gives you the Certified Camper Award badge. The end. Now back to my perspective. I joined the time and I realized nothing has changed. The only thing that changed was that there were some bugs patched. But who cares? I joined the game and waited for a while, and then the story finally started. I first looked for any resources, while all I got was a lucky coin I used for the second night. Then once the first night started, I immediately ran to the cave and waited for the second day, where I talked to two park rangers for a while. Then I went back to the cave and asked for some people to get the picnic. However, nobody wanted to retrieve it since they were too scared. So I decided to risk my life and retrieve the basket to the cave while losing most of my health. And then everyone else ate but not me. So I stared at the person who got poisoned, which wasn't me, and saw them dying without assistance for recovery. Then afterwards, as the cave closed in, as I pushed the loose part of the cave down, I went to the left area to the safe slide, as the right slide has spikes. Then I went and got to the big white door leading me to a flood escape obby, and I escaped successfully. And then as the third day approached, all I did was wait for the third night to approach, as I was all alone, and then got in the tent and waited for a while. Then as the weird fog appears, I went to the tower and waited again, while the black fog engulfs the rest of the whole map. And then the monster knew and saw I was the person with the rat poison, and then I died, getting backstabbed by the monster, therefore getting a bad ending. And then I went back to the spawn area, where I then ended the video. I haven't played this game since mid-2019. Alright, so this is all I'm going to say here, so goodbye for now.